Welcome and good morning. We are back on the YouTube. Had a little bit of slower start of the year with a little bit of a cold. So I actually had a bit of a week's break and a bit of a deload, but we're back now and we're back with a banger because today we are off to Cheltenham to see Jordan and give him a bit of support on his opening day of the trained by JPXSHED Gym, which I'm very looking forward to seeing and training at today. Now, a little bit of a topic for the morning for you. What do you do when you first wake up in the morning? There's a lot of people that have all these special routines and tell you to wake up and take some time to relax. Now, I've got a little bit of a flip in perspective for you all. The second I get up, I go straight into my office and I actually tackle my hardest task for the day. Reason for that, when I first wake up, that is where I feel like I am the most productive. Also, huge reason for me doing this is when I complete a hard task, I feel good. Now, there's no better way starting your day than doing something hard and doing something that's going to make you feel good. So, try it out, comment below, let me know how you feel when you've done it for a week, and give me some feedback. Now, let's get on it, finish the walk and start the day. Let's go, game time. So, this is how breakfast looks every single morning. And you actually got to see step by step how I'm making it, which is epic. This is how a skilled chef operates in a kitchen. We're not quite done yet, but we're going to make the whey pastes, add some blueberries, and then final ingredient that's so important for my eggs. I would say it's essential. You have to comment below and guess. I think cameraman might have guessed it already. For the questions of how to make a whey paste, I've got 35 grams of whey here, and I'm going to add 30 grams of water. And that generally makes a perfect paste. Final ingredient. Essential. Digest Farmer Pro. Ensure. Going in. Have this before breakfast. All the health strips as well. I'm going to show you daily life. We're going to show you what I have for my last day of off season. As tomorrow we begin prep. And we're going to show you what Meg has now, pretty much halfway through a prep. So meal number one for me, 2 whole eggs, 150 grams of egg whites, 35 grams of ISO Pro, 100 grams of cream of rice, 100 grams of blueberries, all the health sups, and Meg has 275 grams of egg white, 1 whole egg, and 70 grams of veggies. So that is meal one. I generally have this between 7:30 and 8 o'clock latest, so it's 10 to 8, so we're bang on track, bang on time. So we're gonna eat this. I'm gonna take my little digestion walk, get back to work, as I still have a couple of check-ins left to finish. I didn't quite manage to finish all my work this morning, but we're on track, we're on track. We're gonna get on top, get the work done. The wife is gonna pack, do a job. Traditional man here, traditional household here. I stick to the things that I'm good at. She sticks to the things that she's good at, which is pretty much doing everything I don't want to do. Just kidding. We don't want to get cancelled. Anyway, we'll eat this. We'll crack on with the day and take you along for the ride. We've got a lot of filming to do, so Aaron's brought his camera and I hope he's charged it up. case you ask why I don't like to travel or go anywhere, behind you is the commotion and the mess and the bags that we have to take for one night away, one night stopping away. So if you imagine going away for a week, what it takes for us to do. We pretty much have to move our entire house to facilitate the lifestyle of bodybuilding. So Aaron, do you want to demonstrate to the audience what we have to go through, what we have to pack? Rice cooker, that pretty much comes with us everywhere. And I mean, we actually take this when we fly abroad as well. So this trusty rice cooker has been international. Let me tell you, it has been international. So we've got JP Whey, some health subs. Generally, the bulk of health subs I already have done, and then in the bags, little Ziploc bags there. And then we've got the rice cooker, fruit, the food to set us on for now. I always, when we travel, I take the jasmine rice from Sainsbury's. I'm not gonna lie, I've tried so many different jasmine rices and they're just not the same. So jasmine rice and sushi rice, I like a mixture of both. Or jasmine rice and sticky rice mixed. That is also tremendous. So pretty much having to take our life away with us, which is, yeah, it's great. I'm just happy I'm not the one that has to pack it. But it's still stressful for me to watch this, as you can imagine. It's, yeah, not the best. Anyway, Aaron, we're going to for a little digestion walk. Let Meg continue with her tasks. And then we'll get back to work and finish check-ins before we set off. A little digestion walk. Normally Zena actually comes with me, but she was waiting for some food to drop from Meg actually cooking. Now, the digestion walk is pretty short at the moment. When prep starts tomorrow, it will be extended slightly to get a little bit more steps in. Same with the morning walk. The morning walk is pretty much, I'd say 15-20 minutes. And then simple changes when we enter prep. My morning walk gets extended by an extra 5 minutes. My digestion walk, number 1 and 2, get extended by like 3 minutes. Believe it or not, it makes a massive change. So that's what we do. That's what we start with. Now, where the biggest and most significant changes happen is always from a digestive standpoint, from a diet standpoint, where we bring the calories down by about 1,000, and that generally gets it moving super fast initially out the gate. Reason for that, when you are heavier, you're not quite as lean, you can always afford for a higher rate of loss initially, as you're not going to lose any muscle. So always makes sense to start your prep with high rate of loss, and then as you get leaner, you then start to slow down to protect the muscle tissue. Write that one down, focus. Generally, my mornings are quite, I would say, quite intense. When I first wake up, this is my red light and this is my Lumi light, so I have all of the lights aimed at me, and I'm not gonna lie, I will be honest, I sit here pretty much nude for the first hour with the lights on me. And I pretty much crack on with my check-ins. And the reason why I tackle my check-ins straight away is because that is the most demanding work for me mentally, where I am having to assess physiques, obviously assess the feedback, and then relay my feedback on what needs to be done after assessing the check-in in general. So, it's not a, I'm not working in coal mines. It's not a crazy demanding job. But believe me, if you are coaching at a high level, and I would say I am coaching at a high level with a lot of high level athletes, and I'm coaching full time, this is my main job. I treat this very seriously. And when you are in that position, this is where it's not just about sitting here and just doing a bit of work. It's a full-time job, so you need to treat it. Right, so I think we're ready to go. I mean, I've had an extremely busy morning getting stuff ready to go, as you can imagine. So we're definitely ready to depart. Majority of the work is finished, so all the check-ins are complete, which is definitely much less stressful than trying to travel and do check-ins. I hate doing that. So check-ins are done. The work is complete for the day. We're free to go and explore the country. Go down to Cheltenham, see the beautiful part of England. I'm not saying Rotherham isn't beautiful, but you get the drift. So get in the car, let's go, come on. So, we've had a lot of requests to get Jordan on the camera, so we finally got him. You're not going to get a lot, but you are going to get a little bit. So, he's pretty much spent now. He's been entertaining a lot of people for a long time today. So, Jordan, what are we doing here?
What is up, guys? Welcome to the shed. Today's been our open day. It's been a really successful day. Really overwhelmed by the number of people that have come through the doors. Everyone seems to be having a really good time. We are so proud of the space, so proud of the space. It's funny, like you'll probably know that as you're getting closer to like something that you're hoping to look finished, and then all of a sudden it then just transforms once it's finished. And then that's kind of how it was yesterday into today. And then even walking in myself, I'm like, oh yeah, this looks cool. This was everything that I wanted it to be. And the feedback's been pretty much the same, which is exactly what we're aiming for. So obviously if you're in the Cheltenham area, please drop down. We do offer day passes and it'd be great to have you here. And if I'm ever here, then please grab me and I'll help you with any way I can as well.
He actually will as well. That's not just Jordan saying it, he means it, so get on it.
Cheers, guys.
Good to meet you, boys. What do you reckon to it? What do you reckon to it? You like it?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah? Mate, come from Japan.
Yeah. Really?
All the way from Japan, yeah. Mate, that's awesome. That is awesome.
10.
Oh, mate, yes! He knows it, yes! Good man.
Every time.
Awesome, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
Do you mind taking a picture?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Legend. Absolute legend. Come on, bro. Come on. When you come to UltraFlex, let me know.
Maybe a week or two later.
Message me before,
How
please.
far is it?
From here, 2.5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, 2.5 hours. It's about
car?
Yeah, by car. Yeah. So message me before, and I'll make sure I meet you there. I'll make sure you get sorted out.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Yeah. Awesome, man. Great to meet you.
Thank you.
Did you get a session in or?
Not today, from tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's too many people here.
Where are you stopping?
Huh?
Wait, you're stopping here or?
I'm staying here for a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of travelling.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
So obviously we're having pre-workout. We've just landed at Jordan's gym, Jordan and James's gym. I'm sure Kuba will give you a nice little tour once he's finished. Kuba's got 125 grams of rice, 200 grams worth of chicken, a little bit of veggies and some sauce. I had 100 grams of rice, 125 grams of chicken. Wait, Kuba had 200 grams, I had 125 chicken. I don't know if I said that. And then a little bit of veggies and a little bit of sauce for me as well. And a lot of salt that Kuba is adamant isn't on there, but it definitely is. I actually put extra on there, so he's obviously got no salt taste buds. Also, we've got, I've just had my 100 grams of pineapple. Kuba's got 100 grams of pineapple, 100 grams of banana, and 2 rice cakes as well.
I know, but I like to start where I'm like half decent. Just means I can come up a little bit now.
fuck's all that sauce? Loose shit.
Post-workout meal, 350 prawns, a little bit of lettuce, and we have got 125 grams of cream of rice, and I bet you didn't get the cereal. So hopefully I'm gonna search for some more carbs, because I need like... Anyway, a cereal, lads. Mitch, you got any cereal? 50 grams of cereal if you got some. I got here, it started at 11, I got here at just after 12, and there was still a queue outside.
I would say there was a body within every square foot in this building. So you'll see you might see something on some other videos later, it was Ramo.
Yeah.
So it's nice now we've got the opportunity to have a little catch up.
Yeah, it was incredible. So we're going to show you the tour. The man himself.
Yeah, I'm happy to give you a little insight to the gym.
The half of the Trained by JPXSHED Gym.
This is it.
He's going to give us a full tour, tell us what the gym's all about, and tell us about the vision and what they've created here. So.
All right, this is freewheeling, so I'm going to spiel. So we'll kind of just, obviously I'll give you a little insight to some of the gym, but then there may be some things I'll just throw in as we walk around. But so obviously we're an 8,000 square foot gym floor, 2,000 square foot front of house, reception area and chill area and, bathrooms and stuff like that. Obviously as you come in the gym, guys, straight in, what you'll notice is we've got our cardio section here, straight in front of you, just so you can get in, get warm. Sometimes myself, before I do a leg session, I jump on the bike for 5-6 minutes, look over the gym floor, decide what I want to do, just get my head in the right sort of space.
These bikes are awesome, by the
They're
way.
really comfortable. They're lazy man's bikes. They're for people like me that like to just pedal and rest my upper body, I'm not going to lie. But there is an option. You can use the assaults or the watt
This
bike.
would be my option.
Yes. Bodybuilding option is this one.
I actually had a little sit on it and tried it
so
earlier,
comfy.
and it's so comfy. Actually, I'm considering getting one for home.
It's like the seats are made with some sort of like memory foam.
Yeah,
At the back of the seats, if you've got a Aeron chair, the Herman Miller desk chairs, I have one at home. These back pads, they are literally like a copy of the Herman Miller.
Yeah.
So they're really comfortable. They're really
Like
comfortable.
your back sinks into it.
Does. And obviously you can have these arms up and down. So if you want to be lazy, like I like to be, have your arms resting on there. Yeah. Obviously treadmills from the same Star Trek treadmills. They're nice. They do the job. They are treadmills. A couple of assault runners. You'll never ever see me on one of those, but someone will like to use those. And then obviously your concept rowers. Some people like the concepts. We do have 2 ski ergs in here as well. They're just around on the gym floor because they're mobile. You can move them around and do what you wish. So the layout of the gym, I did the layout myself because I was in here as the equipment was kind of arriving. And Kuba will tell you, it's a little bit of a task actually to try and manage space. Even if it's a square like this is, you'd think, square space, kit, rows, but everything's a different shape. And then you get cable stations involved, different foot plans, like the actual ground space that these occupy, it all varies. So you can't just put things in a row because it doesn't necessarily fit. So it took a little while to kind of figure out the layout, but I did decide on this side of the gym, I'd like to prioritize our shoulders and back. I thought that was a great way to do it. So as soon as you come in, we have our kind of lateral machines and our functional trainer, which allows for a lot of lateral movements. A lot of people like to use that for those. Obviously it has many, many other purposes, but that is one of the main purposes I have got it in here. And then obviously your pec deck you can use for your, obviously your chest, but also for your rear delts. So I wanted to put that in there. All of our shoulder presses nice in a row. We've got a few different options here. Ones that you would have seen at the UltraFlex gyms, obviously the Prime and the Atlantis. Also got my hands on the Leverage Nautilus. Kind of like this, it's a little bit more like an overhead shoulder press. Its range is a bit different. You'll feel more of a kind of upwards overhead press behind you. If mobility is a little bit of an issue, you'll probably find it's not the press for you. But I really like that kind of press. For me, it feels good. If you can press like that, I know that you're really big on shoulder health.
Yeah.
If you've got healthy shoulders, that will feel nice. If you do have any issues, then it probably won't. Cybex, wheelchair accessible. I purposely bought 5 pieces of wheelchair accessible for the gym. Growing up, my best friend's brother had spina bifida, which is a condition where basically you're in a wheelchair because your lower body doesn't function as your upper body would. So wheelchair accessible, really cool. You can just adjust these when someone comes in. These will swing out, so if you come in and you want to just wheel in and be able to use this machine, you can. It's a great little press as well. Probably not the heaviest for someone like me and Kuba, but later in a workout when a bit of fatigue's been accumulated, then it's a great piece.
They're actually great pieces and Cybex pieces. I've had a look around the gym, and they're very, very good machines. I mean, they're probably machines that we would all use anyway.
Yeah.
Especially like the row and the pull down.
The row I got really for me, like selfishly. I know it's obviously there to be used by people that don't have the ability to use other pieces of equipment, but it was a selfish purchase as well. We've got this actually. This is a new piece.
It's very good.
From the Staffs guys. So this is from Prime. This is the Attack fitness range. This is one of the first ones, I believe. We did really want to pull over. We were looking at what pullover to get. The guys said they had this one, so do you want to try it? We were more than happy to try it. I've used this on my latest back day, and it's really good. It's up there with some of the better pullovers I've used, so I'm happy with that. It's great to have an additional pullover in the gym. Obviously, your regular culprits that you've seen again. Kuba, I, Jordan, all the guys. We have a lot of the same kit for a reason, because it's good. Again, I bought quite a few pieces of the leverage. It's not for everybody, Marmite. You know, with certain pieces, some people really love them, some people don't. Yeah. A lot of people really like this, some people don't. But I thought if we get it, then the 50% of people that like it, 50% don't. Jordan likes using pieces of equipment like this for actual purposes that aren't there intended. Yeah. He'll use this for a rear delt because of the travel path. So it's actually good to double up for that. I find it good for a lat movement if you use it dual-handed, but you have to kind of get your positioning correct. And you have to drive your elbows where you want them to go, because although the handles are angled, if you choose to come high and row low, you do get a lot of back. So it just depends. It's heavy though. It's heavy because of the angle that you start. It's a little bit like the flex leverage.
So I use the flex leverage in Marbella. Yeah. And it's bang same.
Very similar. The angles, the setup are very, very similar. So
it's literally just a slight different frame, but it moves.
What I would say, which would probably be a good call later on, if we could speak to Kuba and the Nitram guys, obviously if there's some way to modify maybe perhaps a handle positioning to get something maybe a bit straighter.
We could even put D handles on this for you.
Is that wind?
We could actually put D handles on this for you.
Okay. Is that wind, you reckon?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, it's windy. Sorry boys, just listening to the... Yeah. So this would be really good with a D handle.
Oh, D handle would be ideal.
Yeah, it'd be brilliant. Again, don't have to break down every single machine. I don't want to bore you. Cable stations are obviously something that are really important in the gym because, like Kuba was saying, we were having a conversation earlier, gyms get busy. The more multifunctional pieces of kit you have in there, the more you allow for people to be able to get on stuff and actually have something to do. While we're on this side, I will point out some of my favourite things about the gym, which aren't even equipment, but it's the Dorian Yates pictures. Obviously, you've got to have Dorian in the gym.
I've got to do it. I've got to do it.
It's just a British bodybuilding thing. So we've got a couple of Dorian and then a massive mural. We'll have a look at the end of our good friend Luke. Got a nice picture of Luke from the Arnold Classic here. I got the Arnold Classic in 6 weeks, so it's kind of fitting that we have that. Again,
keep the inspiration going.
Keep the inspiration going. Keep the legacy alive. You know, bodybuilding. Everyone's had their mark on it, and Luke's had a massive print on bodybuilding as a whole in this country and in other countries. He's got a lot of fans, so keep them alive in spirit and in energy. Loads of back equipment, all the pull downs and rows, the high rows, all kind of in a row. Again, Prime, Nautilus. We've got some kind of Granite have made us a few items as well. So we've got the Granite, like the gym shop looking pull down, which is by Granite now, because I'm just trying to get their names right because we've changed a lot of things. Granite, I believe. So yeah, they've catered to a lot of the equipment that we wanted. Leg press, we've had some modifications on this to make this even better with some really cool handles so you can brace really hard. Cybex leg press, obviously you like the squat press, good one, can't beat that.
The bad boy.
Yeah, so we're moving into the leg area now, obviously. You start seeing some leg kit. There's literally everything here. You've got your adductor work, you've got multiple choices, you've got Atlantis, you've got Prime. You've got Granite for the adductor as well, which is an adductor press, so it actually makes you press down and contract the glutes, it's really good. Hammer, old school hammer pressing, pendulum, swing squat, you know, all the calf stuff you want, every variation. So there is literally whatever you want to train that day on legs, whatever specific part there is. If Kuba sees anything he wants to point out, obviously feel free to point out.
You've got the extra cables as well, which is amazing.
We do.
Like I said to you earlier, probably one of the most popular things in the gym at the moment is cables. So you will definitely be covered with the big Atlantis, the Arsenal, and set of these. People absolutely love these, to be honest.
3 Prime stations. We got 2 pin stack, 1 plate loaded. So they have cables on the top and the bottom. The bottom ones are adjustable up and down, so you can basically choose to do anything you wish. Multitude of handles, multitude of attachments, dip, even T-bar, which is like a landmine. We have the Bulgarian split squat pad, foot pads so you can set up for a seated row. Yeah. So you can literally do anything on these. So if you find yourself in the gym and it's really, really occupied, like Kuba said, and you need to use something to do a particular movement, you have options with these racks. And obviously they double up as racks. They have J hooks so you can squat. They have safety bars so you can squat alone and you're not at any risk of hurting yourself.
Very handy, very handy.
Very handy. Obviously we've got our squat rack in the corner, different variation of bars. Obviously very keen on bars and the quality of bars. So we've got our power bars, our squat bars, our Olympic bars and our
deadlift bars as well.
Texas power bars, yeah, for sure. So you have to have something for everything. We do care about quality, especially when it comes to those things. Not all bars are made equal. Cybex Smiths, obviously really just all-rounder. Everyone loves a Smith machine and Cybex do some of the good ones as well. So we stuck with that because of previous experience with Cybex. We like them.
Very good Smith machines.
Just a decent Smith.
You can't really beat the simplicity and how smooth they are.
Simplicity of that and also their range. They have a very decent range. If you wish to do something that's quite low, you can get pretty low on this before it bottoms out versus some of the other Smith machines you'll find. So
you can pretty much do a deadlift on it if you want.
You can literally, yeah, you can do something like that, some back extensions, some deadlift. Obviously, a lot of people's favourite hack, you know, the old Cybex. Atlantis, the dual linear, so you can obviously adjust the pad. This is something, I know Jordan really likes this because he prefers to linear hack than hack squat. So that suits him. Again, more legs, calves, hamstrings. A lot of the pieces we have as well are dual, so you can do the hamstring and the quad. So the one that Kuba's actually next to there, this prime piece literally doubles up as a laying hamstring curl and a, after some adjustment, I haven't actually played around with it much, but we're trying to figure it out as we do it on video. But yes, you can literally change it to this setup. Oh, I don't even know, Kuba, I know it works because you've done it. But we'll figure it out later.
I'll figure it out later.
So this is both. We have the Atlantis dual as well, which is really cool. And then obviously we have an option of prime in pin stack and in plate loaded. So you can literally play around, do what you wish. So if you come in here and a hamstring curl's been used, you've got multiple choices. And yeah, we're gonna move into the chest area. Dumbbells galore. We did order racks and unfortunately our dumbbells are so bloody big. When I racked them all, I realized that from about 65 kilos up, they're too big for these particular racks. So we got new racks that will be coming in the coming weeks.
100 kilos.
100 kilos, 2 sets. So you won't be short of weight. You'll definitely find yourself getting to a point where it's almost virtually impossible to press anymore. If you can do the hundreds, do them slower, make it harder. Isn't it, Kuba?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's always a way, but they are pretty heavy.
There's a rule at my place. If you cannot do the 80s, for a good controlled set of 8, you've got no business touching heavy weights.
Anything else, no, for sure. And that's absolutely true. And I think that should reign true everywhere. Again, so all of your kind of basic stuff now, like your bench pressing area is this entire area here. So we have 2 flats and 2 inclines. Then your freestyle benches, so you can do anything you want on there, shoulder press, dumbbell press. And then we have a nice row assortment of our presses from different companies like Atlantis, prime inclines and flats, and then our Nautilus leverage, flat, decline and high incline on the prime as well. This wall over here is the Amph Bales wall, showing a bit of chest, so we put some chest kit here. And this is, again, prime flat press, granite, incline press. My favorite piece, which is obviously the Hammer OG flat press, one of the most humbling bloody pieces.
I use that today, it's amazing.
Dude, I got on that after doing the dumbbell presses and I could only do like 4 plates. I was buggered myself, so yep. Again, Cybex flat press, it's good, it's got multiple handles, different places you can hold, wheelchair accessible. Arm kit I've put mostly in the middle. Got some nice little options here. Obviously, most of what you do on arms is probably going to come from cable stations because cables are super effective for arms, but we do have the Prime Dip, which is a really popular one with a lot of people. The old Strive, which is a great one, extension. I love that. I've been using that since I was a young man. We had it at my original gym that I used to train at. We have the Prime unilateral handle curl preacher. We have the Nautilus curl, which is actually a lot of people's favorite curl. Actually.
It's actually really good.
A lot of people Jordan uses that a lot.
Yeah.
And then my favorite actually is the Cybex.
Yeah.
The Cybex curl, which I use single hand. Again, another wheelchair.
This Atlantis dip's actually really good as well.
This one's good because it's like, it's actually nice to dip this way.
Yeah.
with more of like you think it's more of a chest positioning,
Yep.
but you can still get a shitload of tricep in it. Because you think if you do like close grip bench press, you still hold it that way. You can still create a lot of good tension through the tricep.
You can almost like bring your elbow up, press it like a JM press.
Yeah, J press. So you would let your elbows kind of travel behind.
Yeah.
Keep that positioning and kind of press out. Someone's left a shaker here, and I've probably left a phone here, so that's good. We found that. Yeah, loads of stuff. We've got a track in the middle, so you can do your battle ropes, your slam balls, and your sledding. It's not something I'll be doing, but it's good for people to have. A few ab pieces, obviously you've got your leg raise and your prime crunch, and then the cable station, you can do your hanging leg raises, cable crunches. There's row galore on here, so you've got the dual single cable row, which is actually really good. Regular row, you've got the high-low row, which I call it high-low row because you still row low, but your feet are high. And then you've got your pull-down tricep extension overhead, great piece to have.
The bicep curl as well.
And the bicep curl.
The bicep curl is really good.
Really good. It's a lot of tension because it's. And I like the Cybex curl. I like anything that forces you to have a high arm and a dead flat tricep because I just feel like my bicep works a lot more. Yeah. So for me, that's a preferred method of training biceps. We have 4 of the Stairmasters as well along the wall there. So there'll be nice cardio choices for everybody. And again, like I said, we have this lovely mural of Luke on the wall, which is just really important for the essence of the gym. I think, you know, I trained with Luke for a couple of years back in like the 19 and 20. And, you know, he was just on the rise. He just got 3rd in the Arnold, and, you know, he's expected to kind of be the next main guy in Britain.
Star.
Yeah, he was on his way. And, you know, I was with him a lot during those times. And, you know, it was good and there was bad. There was, you know, some things where, you know, on a personal level, I wish I kind of knew to ask better questions and be more of a better friend. So it's really important for me as a person to continue just basically doing what we do and what we said we were going to do and do it as well as I can, because I know that that was important to him. So having him on the wall is a really, really big thing for me in this gym. I wouldn't have wanted to open a gym unless it had a big picture of Luke on the wall, basically. So that's for me. That's like a selfish need, but one I think that a lot of people appreciate as well, because like I say, Kuba knows Luke, Yannicka knew Luke, Meg knew Luke, like everyone knew Luke. And I think when you come in a gym and there's a familiar face on the wall, someone that you definitely appreciated and have respect for, it's only going to add to your workout.
Absolutely.
It's only going to add to your workout.
Absolutely.
So, that's really it with the gym. Again, it's
epic layout.
It's
It's definitely very tidy, very full. I think you've utilised the space extremely well as well. So
it was a pain in the arse.
It's very easy to manoeuvre through the gym. I think a lot of people, whether they open a gym because they don't really train themselves, or well, without sounding disrespectful, I think if someone doesn't train themselves, they don't understand how to. Yeah, they don't understand how to create a layout that really works and clicks with what you're trying to train. And I think training here today definitely highlighted that. The layout is definitely thought through well.
It's having like a path to your next desired destination that's not blocked.
Yeah.
It's important to have pathways. And it's not easy when you've got a lot of kit, because a lot of kit takes up a lot of space. So yeah, it's a lot of rejigging and finding pieces that back onto each other well. Like even here, you know, you just got to be smart. You've got bicep curls, which have zero effect on any of these shoulder lateral raises that are in front of them. But if it was another piece of kit, it might actually awkwardly be inconvenient. If a machine is loaded from the back, it'll be inconvenient versus a machine from the front. So it's just being smart with space. But yeah, I'm really happy with the end result. Obviously, it's only the beginning. There's always going to be potential for things to improve. As Kuba said, you know, it's an ongoing process, but we had a really good first start today. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing many of you guys come down and visit and say you saw Kuba's video. I might even pull you a free drink just for, you know, supporting the boys. So we do appreciate it.
Get on it.
Yeah, man.
Discount Kuba 10.
Discount Kuba 10. Discount Kuba 10.
You know it,
Always. We'll see. You never know what that'll get you off stuff for. I would suggest putting that on an Eddie website, no matter how odd it is.
It works in Tesco, put it that way.
There we go.
Global,
there we go.
Global now.
So unless you want to see anything else in here, Koob.
Hey, awesome. I think you're doing a great job.
Thank
it
you.
actually looks a lot better than I expected, to be honest.
Thank you, man.
Looks very smart.
Jordan calls me Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen. You know, I don't know if you might be too young, you guys. So there used to be a program on telly where this geezer used to like dress up and do people's houses over, and he was very flamboyant. Yeah. So we take the mick out of me and we call him
bodybuilder version.
The bodybuilder version. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Guys, hope you enjoyed the tour.
Yeah, and we hope to see you down here.
Absolutely.
If you're not here, if you're not at this gym, you better be at an UltraFlex. And if you're not at either of them, Nathan was here today, you can go and give him a visit at the old Mecca. Yeah, right?
Get the prophecy. Let's go.
Support the boys.